All right, sixth graders, we're going to go through lesson 1.6 on problem solving. This is a lesson about solving word problems in math, solving real life problems, and what to do in order to solve them. So, the first thing I want to cover with you is a process for solving called model drawing, or drawing a diagram of the problem. So you can visualize it, and then you can take some steps to solve it. So there are 4 steps in the model drawing process that I want you to learn. The first one is to read through the problem and write an answer statement. The first action step that you take after you read the problem is to write an answer statement. It's a statement that helps you figure out what it is in the problem that you're going to try to answer. So, let's go to your book on page 18. And let's use this as an example. Memorial Middle School is having a fun on the field day. In planning and running the day, the teachers come across some problems that can be solved by finding quotients. Quotients are answers to division problems, aren't they? So here's the first one. Ms. Lee decides that she needs 189 bags of trail mix. A box holds 8 bags. How many boxes of trail mix should Ms. Lee buy? After reading through that problem, you can figure out what it is that you're going to try to solve. What are you going to try to find to solve this problem? Kaden? Okay, how many bags, and more specifically, how many boxes? Because she's not going to count out individual bags. She knows she needs 189. So our answer statement is that she needs blank number of boxes. She needs blank boxes. She needs this many boxes. We're going to try to find how many boxes. Okay?
Are we doing this in notes or assignments?
In notes. Put this in notes. This is called an answer statement. It's a sentence that contains the answer. Once we do all of the math, we'll write the answer in here and see if it makes sense. Next, we use this process of drawing boxes, not these boxes, but regular rectangles, in order to represent the numbers in the problem. Okay? So they give us some numbers in the problem like 189 and 8. Are there any other numbers in the problem? Ms. Lee decides that she needs 189 bags of trail mix. So she needs this many. And 8 bags is how much?
1 box.
1 box. We need to know that information, don't we? 8 bags equal 1 box. And she needs how many boxes? So let's draw a rectangle that represents the larger amount that she needs. Let's say that she needs this many. Okay, this box just simply represents the number of bags that she needs. Now, we could draw a whole bunch of bags, but that would take a long time. Usually rectangles, just a rectangle like this, we can use to represent the number that she needs. Now, how could we draw something on this, or what could we add to this that would represent 1 box? How could we put this information into the drawing. Think about it for a minute. If this is 189 bags, what could we do to separate it into boxes?
You could put a line down the rectangle and then that would count as one.
Yeah, so this represents one box. One box. And what else does it represent? 8 bags, yeah. Right? This is one box and 8 bags. Notice how I labeled it? I labeled it with both numbers so that we know that this rectangle represents both. Now, if we kept doing this, what operation are we doing? Is this addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division? Danny? Multiplication, in a way it's multiplication. If we multiply something times 8, but we don't know what that something is, right? So instead we have this whole big thing and we are cutting it up or dividing it up. What are we dividing it up by?
8 bags.
By 8 bags. All right, and we want to know how many bags we can get. That can help us figure out what to do. We have this big amount, 189 bags, and we need to figure out how many boxes that is. So then we do the math. 189, we're going to use the numbers now, divided by 8. We do the math. Once you figure out what to do, then do the math. 8 goes into 18, doesn't it?
Yeah.
How many times? 8 goes into 18. Jacob?
2 times.
2 times. 2 times 8 is 16. What's the remainder? What's the remainder after we do 2? Maya?
2.
2. Then bring down the 9. 8 goes into 29. 3 times. 3 times 8 is? What's 3 times 8? Melina? 24?
No.
Good. Yep. And what's the remaining amount? $29 minus 24. Maya?
5.
5. So we have a remainder of 5. 5 what? 5 bags, yeah. Now, if she needs to bring 189 bags, would it be enough if she just brought 23 boxes? Why not? Jacob?
Because there's extra bags.
Yeah, she'd be leaving some bags behind. She'd only be bringing 184 bags. 189 minus 5. She'd be leaving 5 bags behind. So, if she needs to bring 189, how many boxes does she actually have to bring? Now we go back to the answer statement. How many boxes does she actually need if she needs to bring at least 189? What do you think? What does that remainder mean? on, think everybody. We need more than 4 hands here. What does that remaining amount mean? Bella?
You need an extra box for that remainder.
Yeah, she's gonna have to bring another box, right? Because she can't just bring 184 and then say to 5 kids, oh, sorry, you weren't divisible by 8. You're the remainder. You don't get lunch. You don't get a snack. No, she'd have to bring another box. So how many boxes total then? 24. Yep. She needs 24 boxes in order to make sure she has enough bags for everyone. Does that make sense? We should check our answer for reasonableness. Right? It's not 24, it's not 204 or 240 boxes if she only needs 189 bags. That's how we check for reasonableness. Does that make sense? And that's the process of going through, drawing out some boxes to figure out what you need to figure out, and then do the math and check for reasonableness. Okay? Let's do one more. Let's go to your assignment and do one. Let's say that we have the number 1. Let's do number 1 together. The Parks Department has planned a bus trip for 230 people to a baseball game. Each bus holds 47 people. How many buses will be needed? So let's write an answer statement. This is number 1, and this is step 1. Step 1 is to write an answer statement. Maya?
Is this an assignment?
Yes, this is part of your assignment, so put it in your assignments book. Number 1 is on page 19. So find page 19. And we have a whole bunch of people that are taking to a baseball game. You have to order buses. Mr. Levitsky has to do this all the time. How many buses should he order? How many buses do we need? What is the answer statement then? Eden?
How much of us is there to bring on
That's-
this bus?
Yeah, but a statement means it's not a question, it's the answer. What would the answer be in a statement?
So many people need to be on buses.
We need what? What are we looking for?
Like, the amount of buses.
We need, yep. We need blank buses. Wait, I think there's only one S in buses. It looks like buses, doesn't it? We need blank buses. Now, how many people, what are the numbers in the problem that are given? What numbers do we have to figure out how to work, what to do? Bella? 230 students. So draw a box that represents that number. What are we going to do with that number? What do we do with this number? We have to put all of these students on buses, right?
Yeah.
Do they all fit on one bus? No. How many fit on one bus? Look in the problem again. Grace? 47. 47. 47 on one bus, right? So what are we doing again? What are we doing? Danny? Division. 230 students divided by 47. Well, let's use estimation to help us. 47 is close to what number? 50. And 50 would go in evenly to 200. How many times? 4 times. So should we try 4? 4 times 7 is 28. Yep. And 4 times 4 is 16. Plus 2 is 18. What would the remainder be? Okay. So we have to regroup this. 1, 13, 12, 10, 2, 42, right?
Yeah.
Remainder 42.
You thought it was 15.
So when we subtract to find the remainder, we have a remainder of 42 what? What does that 42 mean? Jacob?
Well, that's just a few away from being another full bus, so you better get another bus.
Yeah.
Otherwise, 42, well, actually 42 times 2 is the parents that will be complaining, like, why is my child not been at home for like 8 days?
Or on a field trip, well, sorry, you don't get to go because there were 42 students left over. We only ordered 4 buses. So what do we have to do? Go back to our answer statement. We need how many buses?
5.
5 buses. Yep. Okay. Any questions? Again, drawing a model using boxes that represent the numbers and then labeling those boxes helps us to figure out what to do.